today in the Middle East?
I spoke to Assistant Secretary Burns and Ambassador Wolf a couple of hours ago, and as you know, they are in the region accompanied by Senior Director Eliot Abhrams from the National Security Council. They've been working as a team, and they reported to me, as you know, and as you've seen from the White House statement, that an agreement in principle was reached between the State of Israel and the Palestinian Authority for the transfer of security responsibilities in the Gaza Strip, and then they'll be working on Bethlehem in due course. This is an agreement in principle, and I would expect that in a couple of days, security officials from both sides, commanders from both sides, would get down to the details of how it will be accomplished and how it will be monitored over time. But I think this is a very positive development. It reflects the kind of movement that the President and the other leaders called for at the Sharm el-Sheik summit and at the Aqaba summit. And it is the kind of steps we were calling for in order to get started with the roadmap. It is an early step. A lot more has to happen in the days ahead to make sure that this opportunity is not lost. And this is the beginning of a long process that we hope will lead to the creation of a Palestinian state that will live side by side in peace with Israel. It means that Ambassador Wolf, we just are pleased with the progress that we have seen. And there's also been some progress on discussions with respect to the cessation of acts on the part of Hamas and other organizations. You've seen the various announcements, and we'll just have to watch and see how that unfolds in the days ahead. But this is all, seems to me, a progress of the type that the President called for and that I discussed with the parties last weekend when I was in Jerusalem and Jericho, as well as conversations I had at the Dead Sea at the World Economic Forum.
Secretary, do you think that Sheikh Yassin's statement of willingness to observe that cessation of hostilities is also a positive step?
Well, I'm anxious to see an actual announcement, an agreement of cessation of hostilities. But certainly I think that the trends are moving in the right direction. But I think they'll withhold judgment until something has actually been decided upon and announced by the Palestinian side.